When you go to get a loan, they pull up your credit to see your past performance with your financial history to be able to predict whether you're a customer that will pay or won't pay. So, judging from his past,
Garnier's Pure Active Charcoal reduces pimple-causing germs by 99.5%. By Garnier, naturally.
the recent past. Do you think he will do as Ruto has done, or do you think he will do any different? I personally think he will do the same, if not worse. That's my personal opinion. But when it comes to Ruto, immediately Wetangula got in parliament, the first thing he did was to restore the remuneration, the allowances. And at that time, people were expecting them to go to parliament to see what they're going to do about the cost of food. But they went there, and one thing he said, that they work on increments, not deductions. So what he's trying to say, even though the situation becomes how dire, they will not work on decrements. And I have a problem with that. And at that time is when I lost my faith. I lost it immediately because I did not hear Ruto say anything at that time. And for me, that was a red flag, and I'm not even shocked. That's why I don't even want to talk about the 50, because tomorrow we'll be talking about, now he'll put the women to make the 1/3 gender rule. Then you ask yourself, yes, you want to obey the constitution. Yes, you want to make sure the 2/3 gender rule is obeyed. But at the expense of people eating, at the expense of people going hungry, at the expense of parents who are not able to send their kids to school. And he's not stupid. People are saying he's been advised wrong. Before the election, when he was campaigning, he was claiming that Uhuru is so rich, he doesn't understand when someone tells him he's hungry. That was Moses Kuria's phrase. That when, and even Ruto, that when someone comes and tells him he's hungry, they think they are dieting, they think they are fasting. They don't understand that that person did not have money to buy the food. But all of a sudden, once he was made president, he seemed to suffer from amnesia, I think, because now all of a sudden he doesn't understand, and someone has to explain to him, someone has to be misadvising him. Why can't we call a spade a spade? This is a man who has been, he wasn't born with a silver spoon. So he knows, but to him, he's more concerned about staying in power than taking care of us. So what he's doing is securing his fortress to make sure it is secure by putting people in place so that he's secure. To him, that is more important than poor people who are not eating. That is why he's making sure he's giving people positions so that he's stronger politically. So me, I would like us to talk of what can we do. That's what Paul was talking before. I think he misunderstood me and he thought I'm saying I don't care. Me, I don't support any of them. I would want to know what can we do as Kenyans, as the people, to make, whether it is Ruto in power, whether it is Raila in power, make you rich. Because if you lost your job today, you understand what I mean. If you are in that category that we guided by them, so we fight their battles and the rewards go to them. Every time we remain with an egg on our face, whether it is whether it is Mudavadi or their battles. My question is, what can we do to have power? Let me tell you, there's a time in the US they wanted to, about, I don't know what, there was a discussion about health. And they wanted to take the health away. I think it was about, there was a debate. So when it became out of session and the senators had to go back home, there's this senator from Florida, his name, I'm forgetting his name. He used to run away. People saw him at the store and he ran away because people would come to him. They say, call your senator, call your congressman, force them. Whatever issue you want to be taken to parliament, you make it impossible for them to come to the village, to come to the home, because you go to their home, you camp there, you make it them uncomfortable until when they go to parliament, they go and represent you. That is where we haven't learned. We treat our MPs, we treat our senators, we treat our governors like small gods. We forget we have hired them. They are our employees. Today, I was watching the match of this Justice for Jeff, and people are saying, where is Eric Omondi? Where is all? Why are you looking for Eric? Eric is just one guy. Do you know how many people without names, the normal people, the common Raia, we are so many. Why can't you, challenge as many people as are saying justice to come out? Why do you want that one person? The problem with Kenya is classism, money. That when you abuse someone, you tell them, you are poor. When did being poor become a disability? It is not. When we have classes of people that this person is more important than this one, and then we are made to believe that, then we cannot gang together to make sure that it works for us. Because when you put all the money that is being misused right now, all those allowances that are being paid, all these extra positions that are being put, is enough to feed, if not all, but most of these people who are going to bed hungry. It's enough to take some of the kids that have stayed home without going to school back to school. And let me tell you, when they keep saying every day that money was stolen, they should be telling us we have arrested those people or we have frozen those accounts. Then they say money was stolen. Now it will take time to do this. What do you mean? If already you know who stole the money, then you should be making sure your MP goes to parliament and does something. I don't know what they need to do, but they need to recover the money. You need to be asking them what is stopping you from getting that money that was stolen. We will not pay.
As a Kenyan afar, where do you think we always get it wrong? Where do we always get it wrong?
The problem in Kenya is tribalism and hatred. For example, I remember Ruto campaign, he was going to one community, betrayed one community. Alikuwa anapiganisha community ingine, and that's not good. Because every tribe needs to be treated the same equal and the same opportunity. Because it's God created our tribe, the tribe of Judah. When we realize who we are and where we come from, I'm telling you, our country will never be not, and that's why unaona watoto wengi wanalala na njaa. When they come together, and all parties, they come together, like the Bible says, come and we reason together. No child in Kenya will sleep without food. Unaona kama sahi, they have 300 kids, they have not to school. So we are going to have a lot of illiteracy in Kenya. Can you imagine? 3 million children, they have not attended to school in this regime, in the Ruto regime. Na mtu akikataa kwa sababu hana school fees, watu wana school fees, watu wako na njaa, people they don't have job, the cost of living is getting high. You understand? So
Rhoda, Nancy, just a moment. Nancy has something to say.
Rhoda, can I ask you?
Yes.
You said that many children are not going to school in this regime. Do you think that because remember, the reason why the children are not going to school, it is because we introduced a system that was not properly funded. It was not, do you understand? So do you think if let's say we had a different president, the 3 million kids would be in school today?
If I go back in Kibaki days when he take the offer, I remember, I grew up in the village, and my village, there is a people they couldn't afford the school fees. They were illiterate. And when Kibaki take over, immediately when he take the office, he said every children to attend the school. Do you know how many people, they were very happy, so excited. Even my own sister niece, she told me when Kibaki died, she cried because her mother could not afford the school fees. She could not afford to take her in the private school. But she went to the government school and she make it, and she went to good school, high school, she get good marks. So let us not forget where we come from. as a Kenyans. Let us be honest each other. Kibaki, when he take the office, it's every kids, every tribe. Na kila watoto wote, it has nothing to do the system of CBS. CBS is nothing to do. That is development. CBS is the same system in Europe. And that's good. We cannot live the same time. We need to change. Like the way we have a new constitution, we vote 2010. And I think it's not bad to change the system of education. We had the 844. We need to change. We are living another world. We cannot live. A lot of people marry Eritrea. Who? They're not. With Mwai Kibaki, he was a man of the world. That man, he had billions. Kibaki was not my favorite.